जय श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम जय श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम
श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण
शरणं मम
श्री कृष्ण
शरणं
मम
जय श्री कृष्ण शरणं
मम.
Okay, thank you all for joining. We are going to start the program. As we said, it is very temporary program, but anybody can jump in anytime. But just to keep it simple, we will go with the program that I had sent. But first, we'll go ahead and start with chapter 15, 15mo श्लोक. श्री भगवान उवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलम् अधं चाख्यम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् तद् प्रसुतास्तस्य शाखा गुणा प्रवृद्धा विषय प्रवाला अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूय तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यत प्रवृत्ति प्रसुता पुराणी निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामा द्वन्द्वे विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसंज्ञे गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तत् न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावक यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धं परमं मम ममैवांसो जीवलोके जीवभूत सनातन मनसष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वर गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धनिवासय श्रोत्रं चक्षुषः स्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषा यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन् व्यस्थितं यतन्तो यत्कृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त चेतसा यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम् धामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा उष्णामि चौषधी सर्वा सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकम् अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रित प्राणापानसमायुक्त पचाम्यन्ने चतुर्विधं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपमानं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्
चाहम्
द्वाविमौ
द्वाविमो
पुरुषौ
पुरुषो
लोके
लोके
क्षरश्चाक्षर
क्षरचाक्षर
एव च
एव च क्षर
क्षरः सर्वाणि
सर्वाणि
भूतानि
भूतानि
कूटस्थोऽक्षर
कुटस्थोऽक्षर
उच्यते
उच्यते उत्तम
उत्तमपुरुषस्त्वन्यः
पुरुषत्वन्य
परमात्मेयुदाहृत
परमेयुदाहृत
यो
यो
लोकत्रयमाविश्य
लोकत्रयमाविश्य
बिभर्त्यव्यय
बिभर्त्य अवय
ईश्वर
ईश्वर
यस्मात्क्षरमतीतोऽहम्
यस्मातितोऽहम्
अक्षरादपि
अक्षरापि
चोत्तम
चोत्तम
अतोऽस्मि
अतोऽस्मि
लोके
लोके
वेदे च
वेदे च
प्रथित
प्रथित
पुरुषोत्तम
पुरुषोत्तम
यो
यो
मामेव सम्मूढो
मामेवमसम्मूढो
जानाति
जानाति
पुरुषोत्तमम्
पुरुषोत्तमम्
स
स
सर्वविद्यति माम्
सर्वविद्भजति मां सर्वभावे
सर्वभावेन
भावेन
भारत
भारत
इति
इति
गुह्यतमं
गुह्यतमं
शास्त्रम्
शास्त्रम्
इदम्
इदम्
उक्तं मया
उक्तं
नघ
मया नघ एतत्
एतद्बुद्ध्वा
बुद्ध्वा
बुद्धिमान् न स्यात्
बुद्धिमानस्यात्
कृतकृत्यश्च
अस्य
भारत
भारत
ओम
ॐ
तत्सदिति
तत्सदिति
श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु
श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु
उपनिषत्सु
ब्रह्मविद्यायां
योगशास्त्रे
श्रीकृष्णार्जुन
श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे
संवादे भक्ति
पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम
यागो नाम
पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः
पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः।
श्रीकृष्णार्पणम् next we are going to have Praveen bhai, and everybody else other than the person who is talking or singing, please mute your phone.
Manoj, can you do it for everybody?
I can do it, then they will have to unmute. I think they will be,
That's
you know,
the best.
yeah.
तो हम जो भी बोलते सब
उनको सुनाई देगा, that's
Uh,
right.
is it
Manoj,
okay if I stop sharing the screen, or you want me to keep this on the side, right? I will keep this screen on.
That's fine.
Okay.
Should I go?
Yes.
Good morning, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Swaminarayan friends. I will sing Ram Bhajan. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Thank you. श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भव दारुणम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भव दारुणम नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर पंज पद कंजारणम श्री राम कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नवनील निंदर सुंदरम पटपीत मानहु तडित रुचि सुचि नौमि जनक सुतारुणम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भव दारुणम श्री राम भज दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय तारुणम श्री राम शिरमुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदारु अंग विभूषणम आनाज भुज शर चाप धर संग्राम जित खर दूषणम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारणम श्री राम इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मनरंजनम मम हृदय कंज निवास कुरु कामादि खल दल गंजनम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भव दारणम नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख पर कंज पद कंजारणम नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारणम श्री राम जय श्री राम थैंक यू
Okay,
Done,
Rajan.
Manish. Yeah.
Rajan sir. And everybody else, please mute yourself. Please
Hi,
mute yourself, otherwise I will mute from here. Problem with that is when they want to talk, they have to unmute themselves. So because there was
Manoj, that may be better.
Yeah, okay. Let me just go ahead and mute everybody. Those who so want to say something, they will have to unmute themselves. So Rajan, unmute yourself and then start singing, Rajan.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. So I'm going to sing this Mangala Mandira Kholo. Mangala Mandira Kholo. Mangala Mandira Kholo Dayamaya. Mangala Mandira Kholo. Mangala Mandira Kholo Dayamaya. Mangala Mandira Kholo. Jivanavati Veke Vatavyu. Dwara Ubho Shishu Bhodo. Timira Gayune Jyoti Prakasho. Timira Gayune Jyoti Prakasho. Shishune Uramalyo Dayamaya. Mangala Mandira Kholo. Mangala Mandira Kholo Dayamaya. Mangala Mandira Kholo. Nama Madhuratama Ratyo Nirantara. Shishu Saha Preme Bolo. Divya Tushara Avyo Bada. Divya Tushara Avyo Bada. Prema Miras Goro Dayamaya. Mangala Mandira Kholo. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Anita?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to say a few words?
Okay. Sure. Just remembering Pushpa, my friend of medical college days. Although decades have passed, but memories are fresh. Our days in medical college and long chats in the ladies' room can never get deleted from my memory. Pushpa, the ever smiling, warm, and helpful, was everyone's friend. Our posting at Padra during internship was fun filled. I was touched when Rohit and Pushpa would take time out to visit me at my parents' place in Sama during their visit to Rohit's uncle place who lived nearby. Those were cherished memories. You may not be with us physically, Pushpa, but you will always remain in our memory. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Anita. How about now, Nitin? You can sing and then say a few words, or you want to say a few words and sing? Up to you. Nitin?
Okay, I'm unmute. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, I'm going to say a few words about Pushpa. Pushpa was our classmate in medical school. And for me, she was a face like many other faces in our class, nothing more. She was in my bed, but I did not know her much when I was in a medical school. Only thing I knew was she had a laugh which was different and very infectious. No matter what condition you were in, it made you feel good. એ હાસ્ય હતું એ ખુલ્લા દિલનું હાસ્ય હતું. તેમાં નિર્દોષતા હતી, નિખાલસતા હતી, પ્રેમ હતો અને જિંદગી પ્રત્યેની એક બિંદાસ અભિગમ હતો. This is what I remember about Pushpa when we were in medical college. After medical college, our paths never crossed. They came to Michigan in 2003 and we met again after many, many years. Same laugh, same happiness, and nothing had changed in all those years. Again, we lost touch for almost 20 years because they moved to Florida. We stayed in Florida in 2021 and 22. And again, I had opportunity to meet Rohit and Pushpa. A lot had happened in 20 years. She had suffered with her illnesses for many years. She nearly died. She was going intensive treatments, but she was a fighter. I did not hear anything, any complaints from her. What I heard from her was same, khula dil nu hasya. What I saw was a happy face. What I felt was same welcome. This will stay in my heart forever. I was lucky to see her again in November when I visited her for the last time. Disease had worsened, but I had not changed. Did not see any change in her spirit. It could not change her khula dil nu hasya. It could not change her happy face. It could not change her love for people. Let us cherish this Pushpa and keep this dear friend in our hearts forever. I'm going to sing a bhajan. This is a bhajan from unknown poet. પ્રભુ પાસે દિવ્ય આત્મા આવ્યો છે. હે પ્રભુ, તું પરીક્ષા તો લેવાનો જ છે અને તું શિક્ષા પણ આપવાનો છે કર્મો માટે. પણ પ્રભુ, મારી એક રિક્વેસ્ટ છે. તું પરીક્ષા અને શિક્ષા બંને આપજે અને એ દિવ્ય આત્માની બરાબર તું પરીક્ષા લેજે, બરાબર એને શિક્ષા આપજે. પણ તું જે પણ કાંઈ કરે એ મા બનીને કરજે. મા ક્યારેય પણ પોતાના સંતાનને દુઃખ પહોંચે એવું કરી શકે જ નહીં, એ આ ભાવના છે. લેજે પ્રભુ પરીક્ષા પણ મા બનીને લે, દેજે આકરી શિક્ષા પણ મા બનીને દે. લેજે પ્રભુ પરીક્ષા પણ મા બનીને લે, દેજે આકરી શિક્ષા પણ મા બનીને દે. દેજે શક્તિ દુઃખોથી ન દીન બનીને ભાગું, કંટાળું ના કદી જીવનથી એવી ભક્તિ માંગુ. સુખો દુઃખો જીવન સાગર કેરા સ્પંદન છે, દેજે આકરી શિક્ષા પણ મા બનીને દે. લેજે પ્રભુ પરીક્ષા પણ મા બનીને લે, દેજે આકરી શિક્ષા પણ મા બનીને દે. તારી ગીતા ગંગા આશ્વાસનની અવિરત ધારા, દૂર થયા છે અંતરથી અણસમજ તણા અંધારા. ભવ ભવ તારો ખોળો ખુંદુ એવી ભક્તિ દે, દેજે આકરી શિક્ષા પણ મા બનીને દે. લેજે પ્રભુ પરીક્ષા પણ મા બનીને લે, દેજે આકરી શિક્ષા પણ મા બનીને દે. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ.
Jai Shri Krishna. Next one is Kalyani. You want to say a few words?
Yeah. So I just want to go down memory lane with how Pushpa affected my life. I first met Pushpa when, we were at the dissection table. That was the very first time I had ever seen her. And she was sitting across from me, across a dead body that was going to teach us anatomy. And what was so clear right from the very beginning is that she was so supremely confident. And, we were all very diffident and waiting to do incision, seeing what else other people are doing, reading from Cunningham, trying to decide what to do. But she just moved forward and she made the first incision and she said, what is the big deal? Let's do it. And she stood up and she did that, started the dissection, and the rest of us all followed her. And this confidence, was not just a foolish confidence. She was very smart, she was intelligent, and she was multi-talented. So she had a lot of backing to have that confidence. We quickly became very good friends, and we were joined at the hips pretty much through whole of medical school. And we went through many difficult things, like, studying together for difficult subjects, written exams, practical exams, and many professional and personal milestones. We went through tonsillectomies together when we were in the fourth year of medical college. And, her wedding and marriage to Rohit, birth of Amit, till she left India for Africa. We were pretty much in touch. I lost touch with her for about 21 years or so. And then all of a sudden, just a very fortunate thing happened. I found out that Hemlata and Pushpa were both living just a few miles from me in Michigan. And I saw her again in Hemlata's home, and it was a wonderful meeting. And we, rekindled that friendship that we had. And I had a chance to participate in her life again. And I was there for her children's weddings, Amit and Mitali's weddings. She kept in touch with me with all the birth of her grandchildren and all the, events that happened in her life. Unfortunately, she moved again to Florida, and then we couldn't keep in touch as much personally, but through WhatsApp and phone calls. And she would always tell me that, she was very close to my mother. And she would tell me that she still had the kadi patta plant that my mom had given her. She was growing it still. I know that she went through a lot of difficult times with her health. And unfortunately, because of distance, I was not able to be with her. Her demise was a big shock to me.
Looks like Shruti is hosting phone.
I was unable to see her for the past few years after COVID happened. In a way, this is a blessing, because I will always remember her as the vibrant and beautiful girl that I met very first time in the anatomy lab. And I will always remember her ever-present smile and her tinkling laughter. I think that is something that everybody remembers. Pushpa, may you have a great journey beyond, filled with happiness and joy. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Again, please, whenever somebody talk after that, please mute yourself. I'm going to mute everybody again. There is still some background noise coming from other people, so I'm going to mute again everybody. If I try to do it during that when somebody's talking, that person is also muted. So I will go ahead and mute everybody again one more time, and please keep yourself muted unless you are talking.
Manoj,
So next one is Naren. Sorry, Naren, I just missed your. Go ahead, Naren.
No. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you, Kalyani, for reminding our internship days. Here we have a beautiful picture of Pushpa Vyas. However, in my memory, she was always a Pushpa Dikshit. And as you know, in our medical school, our life was decided by our last name. And I'm thankful to my parents to give me the name with the G. So I was introduced to Pushpa throughout the 4.5 years of medical school, because our batchmates, and dissections and, many of the things we do together because of that last name. And even the internship in Padra, we were there for, together. And what I remember about Pushpa is that she had a bubbly personality and a great sense of humor. Okay? And she always knew how to make people laugh whenever she was uh, in the room, like dissection or uh, uh, even in internship, she will light up the room. So, that uh, spirit continued, throughout her life. Um, Additionally, she was a very hard worker and a tough fighter. I lost touch with her, after I left India. And after 40 plus years, I met her a couple of years ago in Tampa. Uh, and I saw that the spirit was still there. She was still making, she was smiling and laughing. And however, she had these physical limitations, ambulatory issues, but that she never gave up her dreams because of that. Uh, she reminded me of a saint who had said that, life is meant to be like our feet. The foot forward has no pride, foot backward has no shame, because we all know that the situation is going to change. And probably that's why we touch each other's feet as a mark of respect. But she never gave up. And I know we are all going to miss Pushpa dearly. And we take the comfort now that she's at peace, and she will always have a special place in our hearts and memories. Thank you.
Thank you, Naren. And I think one of the other things I want to say is when we saw her in Tampa, to me, she looked the same as before. Everybody seems to be a little bit different. I look a little different, no hairs on my head now, but and she had accepted all her illness and other life things in her life very well. She was very happy seeing her. Actually, she was with her grandkids when we met her, and she was really happy with them. So those who might have seen her in Tampa with her grandkids, they will remember that part too. Next one is Hema. Hemlata. Unmute yourself, Hema.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
okay.
Pushpa and me have been together since 10th grade from Baroda High School. She had just moved from Bombay, and ever since we met, we just have been very close to each other, very good friends. She will be missed a lot. Not a single memory is not cherishable. It's just hard for me to imagine that she's not here anymore. The only last moment is when me and Chandresh were there to see her early in the morning at the hospice center. She was awake, and after that, she never woke up. And Chandresh, you will remember her smile then too. And she said, "Hi, Hemlata." I said, "Pushpa, do you recognize me?" And she said, "Yes, Hemlata." She recognized Chandresh. She made both of us laugh. And that is Pushpa. That is Pushpa. Never ever I have seen her with a sad face. Never ever she saw me. She has not smiled. She called me such a way that it gave me such a warm feeling in my heart. She will be missed by me so much. Pushpa, I love you and hope wherever you are peaceful and happy. That's all.
Thank
Manoj,
you, Hemlata.
Manoj, may I take an opportunity to say a line?
Yes, go ahead, Chandresh.
Um,
And Hemlata and other people who had spoken before, please mute yourself.
Sure, sure.
just to echo what Hemlata was saying, I was so pleased to see that, when we went to visit her on hospice, it was just the first, she had just spent one evening there. And I was there, Hemlata was there, her daughter was there. Rohit had, not come there yet. And we spent such good quality time and, conversations and meaningful conversations. And, we all felt so good about it. And she addressed Hemlata, when she asked quiz, what is my name? Hemlata. And it was just so very clear. And I said, hey, my name is harder. And it was no difficulty. She said, my name too. And we had a relevant conversation. And I just want to say that, yes, it made us feel good. We all felt that Pushpa departed from us very smilingly, very lovingly, with all her family around her, and wish her soul have a very peaceful journey. We will miss her. Thank you.
And Chandresh, she called you Chupa Rustam for making a nice tea for her.
Yes, yes. That was kind of cool. That she appreciated. Yes.
Good. Thank you, Chandresh. And we are next one is Vandana, my wife. She is going to sing a bhajan. She met her first time when she met her when we were in Florida a few years ago in one of the meetings. She saw her with her grandkids first time, and so she saw her as a grandma rather than as our kind of classmate and our friend. So here, Vandana. Unmute yourselves.
Am I? Okay, yes. Yeah, I will sing the bhajan. अब सौंप दिया इस जीवन का सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में। हे जीत तुम्हारे हाथों में और हार तुम्हारे हाथों में, और हार तुम्हारे हाथों में। मेरा निश्चय बस एक यही, एक बार तुम्हें पा जाऊं मैं, एक बार तुम्हें पा जाऊं मैं। अर्पण कर दूं दुनिया भर का सब प्यार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सब प्यार तुम्हारे हाथों में। जो जग में रहूं तो ऐसे रहूं, जो जल में कमल का फूल रहे, जो जल में कमल का फूल रहे। मेरे सब गुण दोष समर्पित हो, करतार तुम्हारे हाथों में, साकार तुम्हारे हाथों में। यदि मानव का मुझे जन्म मिले, तो तव चरणों का पुजारी बनूं, तो तव चरणों का पुजारी बनूं। इस पूजक की एक एक रग का होतार तुम्हारे हाथों में, होतार तुम्हारे हाथों में। जब जब संसार का कैदी बनो, निष्काम भाव से कर्म करूं, निष्काम भाव से कर्म करूं, फिर अंत समय में प्राण तजूं, निराकार तुम्हारे हाथों में, निराकार तुम्हारे हाथों में, मुझ में तुझ में बस भेद यही, मैं नर हूँ तुम नारायण हो, मैं नर हूँ तुम नारायण हो, मैं हूँ संसार के हाथों में, संसार तुम्हारे हाथों में, संसार तुम्हारे हाथों में, अब सौंप दिया इस जीवन का सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में, सब भार तुम्हारे हाथों में। जय श्री कृष्ण।
Thank you, Vanna. And next we will have Chitu and Hema, one after other, so that we don't have to keep on switching. So Chitu first and then Hema.
Okay.
Chitu first.
Hema wants to say something first. It's a funny thing, but
Well, જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ એવરીવન. પુષ્પાને હું મળી ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ 15 years ago. અને એ હેમલતાની સાથે she came to our place at Cincinnati. And Chitu told me that Pushpa Dikshit is coming and you will like her. She is really a very nice personality. And she is
માસીની છોકરી.
Madhuri Dixit's cousin. I was like, oh, wow, because Madhuri Dixit is my favorite actress. And when she came, I asked her and she said, no, I am not related to Madhuri Dixit. And then I started knowing her and I told her, it is good you are not Madhuri Dixit's cousin because I love your personality. And since then, we became friends and she has such a loving personality. And I had chance to be with her in so many occasions. And last couple years ago, we stayed together. We had dinners together, share our secrets. And she is jolly good fellow. She was. And thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Pushpa.
And
good
in
to
spite
have
of
your-
her ill health, she came to Bush Garden in a wheelchair for hours and we took turns to push her. But she had really unbridled spirit. You know, in earlier college years, we didn't talk to girls. We wanted to, but just that was the time that. So I started knowing her
May
in the
God
library.
give her peace.
Yeah. So I really knew her when we started reading in library in New Medical Hostel with Rohit, Vekaria, Chandresh, and Rajan Nayak. And we were sharing tapes and mnemonics but you know, however hard the exams were, depression, I mean anxiety, but you look at Pushpa અને એનું કાયમ હાસ્ય, કોઈ ચિંતા નહીં, મજામાં જ હોય. અને એટલું બધું એની હેલ્થના ઇસ્યુ હતા for so many years, but she never lost her smile. Very, very impressive. આપણે નાની વાતમાં કમ્પ્લેન કરતા હોઈએ છીએ, પણ she was very special. અને અમે 2 મહિના ફ્લોરિડા 2 વર્ષ પહેલા રહ્યા ત્યારે વી ગટ વેરી ક્લોઝ. અને એકવાર અમે બધા લિવિંગ રૂમમાં બેઠા હતા અને ટેમ્પા કમ્યુનની વાત કરતા હતા તો એકદમ જ એણે કીધું કે તારે ઘર લેવાની શું જરૂર છે કે અહીંયા મારું ઘર જ છે ને. અને એણે રોહિતને પૂછ્યું બી નહોતું. એટલે I had tears in my eyes કે so much love, so much warmth. અને what a loss. It's a, as Hemlata said, it's a very personal loss. અને મારે જે કહેવું છે હું એક નાની એક જ સ્ટાન્ઝા ગાઈશ એક ગીતનો. खत्म हुए दिन उस डाली के जिस पर तेरा बसेरा था, आज यहाँ और कल हो वहाँ ये जोगी वाला फेरा था. ये तेरी जागीर नहीं थी, ये तेरी जागीर नहीं थी, 4 दिनों का मेला था। सदा रहा है इस दुनिया में किसका आबोदाना, चल उड़ जा रे पंछी के अब ये देश हुआ बेगाना, चल उड़ जा रे पंछी. May that Hansa become Paramhansa someday. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Now we are going to have a couple of add-ons that were not in that program. So first, and I'm really sorry about that, Subhas, I missed your name earlier. So Subhas. Subhas. While we are waiting for Subhas, maybe then let me see if he's still
okay
on.
I'm clicked on.
Okay,
Clicked
Subhas.
on.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
thanks, Manoj. It's a time now to add on to the tribute of Pushpa, and a lot is already said, especially the dissection group, where several of us with the surnames close to Dixit were spent a lot of time. But I want to add a little bit of about the pleasing personality, the selfless person who, of course, with laughter would spend long times preparing for student activities. And I remember in 1975, we had a MS University festival. And for the first time, the medical faculty was to present some activities. And Pushpa and Kalyani, as always, would be ready to take leadership. And the leadership was to develop a group of junior medical students to develop a competition for Garba as against the old competitors, which were the faculty of home science, the faculty of arts. Those were the heroes of Garba competitions. So Pushpa and Kalyani took leadership, brought in the trainers, brought in the group, and put up together a competing group for the MS University. And for the first time, the medical faculty won the first prize for the best Garbas. That was purely their leadership. But again, as usual, Pushpa was like a giver, a person who will lead but then stay back and not look for credit. That was one Pushpa. And during a lot of those processes, and of course, being on the same group, we spent probably 200 days in a year together for a tea break in the canteen. And whenever we met our tea from different groups that we went back, it was laughter that still echoes in the canteen when we last year went back to the institution and went and visited the canteen. I still remember the table that always was for a group of friends, and Pushpa was always there, smiling as ever. So she's still with us, and I'm sure the memories she left behind, we can probably have few minutes to remember and reminisce on them. It's a time, but selfless, happy human beings don't go away. They remain with us for our memory. Maybe Raju has a few words to add.
Yeah, whatever little time I had with her, I really enjoyed her company. And I joined her after my marriage. And this is how I met her at the hostel room and all this. And before leaving for Zambia, I went to say goodbye to her. And she was a pleasant personality. I always remember her. And then I also got along with her because she was also Maharashtrian. I was also from Maharashtra.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Subhas and Raju. And now we have Rekha Nayak.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, Pushpa ની smile of everybody કીધું કે always આપણને હસ્તી બતાવી ગયા એટલે આપણે ઘણું શીખવાનું મળ્યું એમની પાસેથી. કોઈ પણ સુખ દુઃખમાં આપણે હસતા જ રહેવું જોઈએ અને આપણે બધા સાથે એક અંજલિ ગીત છે. આઈ થિંક બધાને થોડું ઘણું આવડતું જ હશે તો બધા સાથે એમનું એક અંજલિ ગીત ગાઈએ. हे नाथ जोड़ी हाथ पाए प्रेम थी सब मांगिए शरणु मळे साचू तमारू हे हृदय थी मांगिए जे जीव આવ્યો આપ પાસે ચરણ માપ નાવજો પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો વળી કર્મના યોગે કરીને જે કુળમાએ અવતરે ત્યાં પૂર્ણ પ્રેમે ઓ પ્રભુજી આપની ભક્તિ કરે લક્ષ 84 બંધનોને લક્ષમાં કાપજો પરમાત્માએ આત્માને શાંતિ સાચી આપજો સુસંપત્તિ સુવિચારને સત્કર્મનો દઈ વારસો જન્મો જન્મ તમ ભક્તથી ગીરતાર પાર ઉતારજો आलोक ने परलोक मातम प्रेम रग रग व्यापजो परमात्माए आत्माने शांति साची आपजो मणि मोक्ष के सुख स्वर्गना आशा उए एवी नथी दो देह दुर्लभ मानवीनो भजन करवा भावती साचू बतावी रूप श्री रण छोड़ी हृदय स्थापजो परमात्मा ए आत्मा ने शांति साची आपजो असतो मा सतगमय तमसो मा ज्योतिमय मृत्युमा अमृतम गमय ओ शांति शांति शांति.
Thank you. બીજા કોઈને કઈને પણ કેવું હોય ગાવું હોય તો still we are done with the program that we had already planned. Nita, but then we'll start with the end part. I hope Rohit, if he wants to say something, he can say after this. So I kept him after everybody. So it's kind of tradition for me to sing this last two mantras. So, Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrutyurmuksiyamamrutat Om Dyo Santirantariksha Santi Pruthivi Santirapah Santi Osadaya Santi Vanaspate Santi Visvedeva Santi Brahma Santi Sarva Santi Santi Reva Santi Sama Santi Redi Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rohit, you want to say something? I see he has joined.
Maybe unmute Rohit. Maybe he.
Yeah, I did unmute him.
Still, no, it's still muted on.
Still muted. Yeah, he's
So
still
maybe he's trying
muted.
to talk, but he perhaps doesn't.
Yeah.
He's by
So
himself.
that's
Or
the
is,
thing. If I mute everybody, then I cannot unmute one person. He has to do it himself. So I'm asking him to unmute.
can you unmute everybody for a few seconds and see if he talks?
Yeah. Otherwise, anybody else want to say something or?
Chitu tried to call, but I think he's not.
It went to his voicemail, so I don't know.
Okay.
Chandresh Saraya, are you there? Maybe, I don't know.
Bolo. What were you saying?
Rohit is with you nearby?
No. He's at home. He may be with family.
Oh,
I
he
know
may be
his.
family, so
I know
maybe.
kids were leaving today.
Oh, maybe he left. No, he may not have left the meeting, but he may go to another room or something.
Maybe he looks like he's having difficulty unmuting or joining.
Yeah, maybe technical problem.
So
if he can come, we can wait.
I'm calling his son.
Yeah. So just I can tell one little. So one thing happened I think about 2 years ago. Tampa is a party town. Every weekend is Indian party. So Rohit Vyas was there with Pushpa at a party. And then Rohit had one drink and I had only one, I had 0 drinks. So I went to Rohit, chal bhai, peene bhai. तो पुष्पा के कहने क्या पीवड़ा है मेरे को કેટલું પીધું કે મેં એને તો એક જ પીધું છે હજી તો then મેં કો પુષ્પા અને બે પીવડાવ બે ની ચાર પીવડાવ
No, just hold on. There you go.
Okay, all right.
Oh, Rohit is here.
Okay, all right. I'm so sorry. I was having difficulty. My daughter helped me. Okay, can everybody see me, hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, thank you so much, everyone, for what we did today. Everybody's kind words. It was amazing what everybody said. But let me tell you that I beat you all to it. You had her for short times. I've had her for many, many years, every day with me, and I rejoice that. Pushpa's whole life, I think, was a gift to me. She gave me such a beautiful life that I cannot thank her enough. We fell in love when we were in high school. And you know how it is. Boys and girls didn't talk, but somehow I had to talk to her. And I found a way when she was alone going home. And we talked. And from there, I had to get her to sit with me. I asked her to come to a place in Kamati Garden. And of course, she was refusing till finally she came. I remember the first time we sat on a bench. And the first thing she said to me that I'm not that type of a girl. These are her exact words. I'm not that type of a girl. I will not come again unless you intend to marry me. She was 15. I was 16. And of course, I said, I'd never thought of it. But I said, of course, I'm going to marry you. So from that very first meeting, our commitment to each other was sealed, and we never had any ups or downs. We knew we were for each other. And she gave me a wonderful life. Everybody said she was so bubbly. Her laughter is something you can't forget. Even in the last 10 years when she was sick, when she would see somebody on a video, they would say, "You look completely fine and normal." And she would say, "Yes, you're seeing my face, but you don't know what's going on inside." Literally, in the last 10 years, she came out of the jaws of death several times, and she bounced back. The last time she was really sick was almost 40 days in the hospital in 2022, when almost everyone thought that this is the end. But she pulled through. Of course, she was getting weaker. And in the last 2 years, since she came out of the hospital, she gave me the opportunity to really take care of her. એ મને જે એની ચાકરી કરવાનો લાવો આપ્યો, that is the best part of my life with her. She was always smiling, and till the end, she remained like that. Like Chandresh and Hamlet, I have said, even in hospice, she was making people laugh. She had problems. We were still hoping for a liver transplant, and our daughter-in-law, Catherine, had finally convinced her that she wanted to be the donor. She had the same blood group, and we had accepted that, but then things weren't going too well. And the day I took her to the ER and she was admitted, she was short of breath, tachycardic. In 2 days' time, we had all the results. The main and the biggest factor was, besides the renal function having deteriorated somewhat, her echocardiogram showed that her ejection fraction was 35%. She had the strangest and the most unusual problems. Now, 2014, she was diagnosed with a liver tumor, about 4 inches in size. We talked to her. We said, "This looks like no coming back from this," and she accepted. And it turned out to be an abscess. Very, very unusual. The third day, she had an MRI, 3-phase MRI. And the radiologist said, "You are one lucky woman. This looks like a tumor, but I can guarantee you it's not a tumor." And of course, it was an abscess. She recovered quite well, saw her daughter's marriage, was able to see the birth of the last 2 of her grandchildren, take care of them. Then, 2016, she was diagnosed with appendicular cancer. Again, a very rare condition from which most people don't pull through. But she was lucky. It was a very large and long tumor, and it invaded the bladder. So she had mild hematuria, and we thought it was some renal problem. But when we did the CT, it turned out that it was the appendix invading the bladder. She had surgery on the bladder and the appendix and the right hemicolectomy. She bounced back from that. 2019, she again had a very unusual complication. She had massive, large volume chylous ascites, which is not seen commonly with just liver cirrhosis. And even the top experts at Tampa General Hospital, including hepatologists, had no real answer. But then we came up with the thing that, well, if we do a TIPS, maybe it will help. And she got a TIPS and it went away. It went away, and she was able to live quite well. That was 2019. 2022, she was in such a bad shape, as I said, 40 days in the hospital. Again, we thought this is it, but she pulled through. And again, at the end, what the echocardiogram showed was that she had Takasabu cardiomyopathy. Again, a very rare condition. So I don't know what God had for her, but she had so many unusual conditions. She pulled through them, with all the pain she had to suffer, and she was always her bubbly self, right to the end. You know, in hospital, she signed her own DNR. After talking to the palliative care people, once we knew that her echocardiogram was low, she was off the transplant list, and she very readily accepted that this is it. You know, there's no coming back from this. So the palliative doctor talked to her, said, "We are ready to sign the DNR form." I was ready to sign it. And he asked her, "Do you want to sign it?" And she said, "Yes." I wasn't even sure whether she would have to be able to put her signature on there, but she did. And the last day in the hospital, it was me, my son, and her close friend Anjali, who had come from New Zealand to be with her for 6 weeks. She made us all laugh. Even in hospice, we could see that she was so totally at peace, you know, and she made us laugh. I'll just give you two things that we remember. She was in bed, intermittent. She was intermittently out, but then she would come out of it, and she told my son, Amit, Mari Bajima bes, Marathma, Mazazawar bus. So he said, "Where do I sit?" She said, Manivarnako, not in my lap. You know, it would make people laugh, not in my lap. Then another time, Amit was standing in front of her on the left-hand side, and she was looking out, but she said, "Do you recognize me? Do you recognize me?" She wouldn't say anything. And I was on the right-hand side, and I said, "Pushpa, mane orkhe che?" So she looked at me, and they said, "Rohit Kumar Kantilal Vyas." Very clearly, very clearly. That's how she was. She made us feel so comfortable seeing that she is at total peace. Really, she's total peace. No, that, seeing all that with all friends, family, she recognized everybody as they came in. That peace, that has given us so much peace of mind and a lot of strength to bear her loss. No, she was my soulmate. I walked with her hand in hand all our life. Now I have to live alone, but she has given me enough to go on and remember her lovingly, remember her great self. I cannot thank her more. And એની જે ચાકરી કરવામાં મને લાવો મળ્યો છે એનાથી મને ઘણી જ શાંતિ છે, ઘણી જ શાંતિ છે. But to you all, my friends, thanks so much for all your kind words and the bhajans. No, thank you so much.
We love you, Rohit.
So thank you, everybody, on behalf of Rohit's family and all our classmates. On behalf of myself, I want to really thank for giving this special opportunity to talk about her. If we are going to end here. If anybody wants to say anything, this is open right now. I will give a couple of minutes or 1 or 2 minutes for people to think if they want to say something. Otherwise, we will end.
Thank you, Manoj, for doing this.
Yes.
No. We have to do this. We have remember we had this thing started with UV and then Janesh Joshi, and because we all, when we go back to our time, the best time of our lives, and for me at least, all those were times of our time in medical school. So I remember those years as my best years of my life anyway. So we go ahead and cherish those moments, and slowly, we see one after other taking a long journey, leaving us, but we will go ahead and meet them up somewhere again. So thank you, all of you. If nothing more, then I will end here and Om Shanti.
Om
One
Shanti.
minute.
Shanti.
1 minute. 1
Yeah,
minute.
go ahead. Go ahead.
1 minute. One minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dr. Janesh wives.
Yes.
હમણાં 2 વર્ષ પૂરા થશે 22 મેએ. હેલો.
Yes, yes, સંભળાય છે બધે.
હા હા 22 હમણાં 22 મેએ 2 વર્ષ પૂરા થશે. પણ હું પણ એની સ્માઇલિંગ ફેસ સાથે બધું બહુ જ યાદ કરી અને બહુ જ તમને બધાને થેન્કફુલ છું કે તમે લોકોએ તે દિવસે પણ આટલું સરસ મને કર્યું અને આજે પણ કર્યું. I am proud of you.
Yeah, મીના જનેશને તો એકલું સ્માઇલ નહીં પણ આમ અલગ બી ઉલાડતો હતો આમ.
હા 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 બહુ જ ચિંતુભાઈ ને.
હા
જીતુભાઈ.
હા તો ચિંતુભાઈ ઈ તો છે ને મારા એની બધી મેમરીઝ મારી પાસે એટલી બધી છે ને સારી, એટલે હું સારી મેમરીઝ જ બહુ યાદ કરું છું. કારણ કે લાઈફમાં એકલા થઈ જાય ને બધા છે, 2 દીકરી 2 દીકરા, જમાઈ મીન્સ દીકરા જેવા જ છે મારા સેમ, અને એ 2 ગ્રાન્ડ ડોટર પણ બધા છે, બહુ મને બધા રાખે છે, પણ હું મારી લાઈફમાં એકલી થઈ ગઈ છું.
એને વોઇડ તો બેન જતું બી નથી, પણ લિવિંગ વેલ માઇટ બી ધ બેસ્ટ ટ્રિબ્યુટ યુ કેન પે ને, થોડુંક સમાધાન કરીને.
હા, કારણ કે મેં એને જે રીતે જોયા હતા, હમણાં જ વાત કરી રોહિતભાઈ એ રીતે કે હોસ્પિસમાં એ આવી ગયા પછી મને એમ થતું હતું કે હજી મારી પાસે રે, પણ પછી મેં ભગવાનને કીધું કે તને જે મંજૂરી એ આત્માને તું દુઃખ નહીં આપ. બહુ જ એટલા બધા લાગણીશીલ કે પૂછો મત. અને બહુ સરસ અમે લોકોએ લાઈફ ગાળી હતી 42-43 વર્ષ. એટલે એને જ ખાલી હું એ લાઈફને યાદ કરી અને એના સારી મેમરીઝ યાદ કરી અને હું રહું છું, કારણ કે નહીં તો હું 24 કલાક રડ્યા રાખું એવું થાય.
ના, એટલે મને એવું લાગે છે તમારી સાથે વાત કર્યા પછી કે આપણો કોઈક મોટો માઇલસ્ટોન થાય, દાખલા તરીકે 75 યર્સ થાય કે, તો એવું શું છે કે આપણે બર્થડેમાં પેલો માણસ જીવતો હોય ત્યારે બી આવી રીતે આપણે અડધો કલાક એ મહિનામાં જેટલા બર્થડે હોય એ લોકોને જોડે ફેમિલી સાથે જોડાઈને એમના વિશે 2 વાત કરી શકીએ. કારણ કે હું મરી જઈશ પછી તો હું કંઈ સાંભળવાનો નથી, તો મેં કહ્યું કે જીવતા બી સાંભળી લઈએ એમ.
રાઈટ, યુ આર વેરી રાઈટ.
જનેશને અમે વાત જ ના કરી કોઈ દિવસ, આ તો વોટ્સએપ આવ્યા પછી થોડું બધા ઓલ્ડ ફ્રેન્ડ્સ ને, કારણ કે બધા આઉટ ઓફ ટચ થઈ ગયા હતા.
એ મને એમ કહેતા, હું એને એમ કહેતી કે તમે પ્લીઝ બધા જોડે વાત કરો ને એમ કે, તો મને કે ભગવાને મને ક્યાં કાંઈ રહેવા જ દીધું, કારણ કે 19મી સાલમાં 17માં ડિટેક્ટ થયું ને પછી અમે 2 વર્ષ ત્યાં રહ્યા ઇન્ડિયા જેતપુર, એટલે ત્યાં બી ટ્રીટમેન્ટ બધી કરાવી અને પછી અહીંયા આવ્યા, તો કે ભગવાને મને મારી પાસે ક્યાં કાંઈ રહેવા જ દીધું છે.
Yeah, I tried to call in multiple times.
Yes.
We had spent time together in pediatrics more than other people. So, but he never wanted to call back or talk. He just sent a message a couple of times. He did send a message, but he didn't talk for a few years while he was in Houston.
પણ હું એમને બહુ કહેતી કે તમે છે ને ફ્રેશ થશો, વાત કરો ને પ્લીઝ એમ કે, તો કે મને કે મીના હવે શું રહ્યું છે એમ કે શું વાત કરું એમ.
કૌશિક, તું છું કેમ છું કૌશિક? We don't see you. Are you okay?
Kaushik has joined, but we don't see his face. His video is not on.
મનોજ,
Yes, Manoj.
આપણે બધા વાત કરીએ છીએ મેમરીની. Somebody is okay, there's a lot of echo.
ચંદ્રેશ, તારું અનમ્યુટ
આ બધા મેમરીની વાત કરે છે. રોહિતે વાત કરી, છેલ્લે સુધી બબલી પર્સનાલિટી, ધેટ્સ વોટ આઈ ફેલ્ટ. બટ એના પછી મને એક ઇન્સિડન્ટ યાદ આવ્યો. એ છેલ્લી ઘડી એની વાત થઈ, પણ હું ઇન્ટર્નશીપની વાત કરું. એક પ્રસંગ કે પાદરામાં આપણા બધા મોટી બેચ રહેતી હતી જોડે, તો બધા આખો દિવસ કામ કરતા હોય, પણ સાંજે મળીએ તો બેઠા હતા આપણે જમવા માટે. તો મને કહે કે તું આટલો બધો દુઃખી કેમ લાગે છે? મેં કીધું અહીંયા એના ખાવામાં કંઈ બધું એટલું મારે જે મને ગમે છે એ નથી મળતું. તો કે એવું શું તને જોઈએ છે? તો મેં કીધું કે પેલું મને છે ને એગ્સ ખાવાનું હોય છે સવારમાં. એને તો કેવો તને એગ ગમે છે? કે મેં કીધું સની સાઈડ અપ. તો કે આ પુષ્પા કે તારો તો આવું જ છે. આ જો સામે સૂર્યાસ્ત થઈ રહ્યો છે અને જો કેવું સરસ સૂર્ય છે અને તને પેલું સની સાઈડ અપ ખાવાનું મન થાય છે, જો તને બનાવી આપીશ એમ કે. So, she had this way of saying things, relating things. કે આ રીતે he made a smile, on your face. Sorry, lot of echo, but thank you for organizing this and remembering her, the soul, and the beautiful soul. And we hope that, or I'm pretty sure that she's in a peaceful place where we all have a chance to meet her again. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Only thing I want to say that life is short. Play it well, live it well, and stay in touch, everybody. That is really comforting to everybody. So, and if you feel that somebody is not talking, like what Janice was saying, Janice was doing, then please try some other way. Who live nearby, go and meet personally or something.
એક જ મિનિટ, મારે એમનો એક જ કેવું છે, તમને બહુ બધાને ગમશે. અમે લોકો આણંદ ગયા હતા, એટલે કોઠિયાલા સાહેબ મની ગણતા હતા, પૈસા. એટલે પછી અમે બહાર ઉભા હતા, એટલે એને જોયું પણ એ ઓળખી ન શક્યા. એટલે કે એ બોલ્યા કે પૈસા ગણી ले. પછી કે હાય જોશીડા એમ કરીને ઓળખી ગયા ને એકદમ ભેટ્યા. એ મને સીન યાદ છે.
Anything else? Otherwise,
thank you so much.
Okay, I'm going to Rajan, if you are trying to say something, Nayak, then you are muted.
Okay, Rekha want to.
Yeah, Manoj bhai.
બોલો.
અમે આરેમુમાં પુષ્પાના નેબર હતા અને એમ ઓલવેઝ જ્યારે રાત્રે વાંચવાનું હોય ત્યારે ઓલવેઝ સ્ટોપ કરે, લાભ કરે અને બધાની ઊંઘ ઉડાવી દેતા, ફ્રેશ કરી દેતા હતા. મને એની મેમરી બહુ જ યાદ છે. અને ફ્લોરિડામાં પણ સી ઇઝ લાઈક માય સિસ્ટર. મને લાસ્ટ જાન્યુઆરીમાં પણ એને મને વિશ કર્યું ન્યુ યરનું. અને લાસ્ટ મોમેન્ટમાં હું ને રાજાને મળવા ગયા હતા, પણ ત્યારે સી ઇઝ ઇન અ સ્લીપ. પણ એના ફેસ પણ એટલો સરસ તેજ વાળો અને આમ હસમુખ જ લાગે. એટલે પુષ્પા મોતને પણ જીતી ગઈ. બટ ધેટ્સ આઈ રિમેમ્બર ધ લાસ્ટ મોમેન્ટ. અમે હાફ એન અવર સુધી ત્યાં આગળ હતા, પછી આફ્ટર હાફ એન અવર રોહિતભાઈનો ફોન આવ્યો કે સી ઇઝ ગોન.
All right. I will see everybody first Sunday. Try to see if you guys can join. We all meet first Sunday morning. Zoom meeting class just like this. So hopefully we will meet and talk again that time. Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Always.